Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent. I know my producers are fixated on these sweatshirts. I guess I'm about to give them a sweatshirt after all this, but I love the Annuity Man swag. I know if you go to theannuityman.com, I think there's a place you can actually get the swag. If you want to wear the swag, shoot, I'll send it to you. So the question is, how do you create a pension income? Good question. And we're going to go through the details of how that all works, because annuities were put on the planet in the Roman times to create pensions. Bet you didn't know that. So with that being said, I'm going to backhand into a musical interlude. Just like that magic, I'm back. So how do you create your own personal pension plan? I think the first thing you need to do, if I'm you, is you can do it two ways. You can say, hey, I've got this lump sum. It could be IRA, non-IRA, it doesn't matter. How much would that create from a pension standpoint, a lifetime income stream standpoint? Or you could do it the other way. You could say, me and the spouse need $1,725 a month to fill in an income gap, what I call an income floor, the amount of money coming in every single month that covers basic expenses. That's another way to do it. And it's also a very efficient way to use as little money as possible to create that lifetime income stream that you're looking at. So those are the two ways. So the two questions I always ask people is, what do you want the money to contractually do, and when do you want those contractual guarantees to start? From that, we can design and customize a personal pension plan for you, because annuities, as I said in the intro, were developed in the Roman times for the dutiful Roman soldiers and their families to create a lifetime income stream that they could never outlive. Now, you might not be a dutiful Roman soldier, you've been a dutiful worker for a long time, right? And you want to create a pension. And I think it's very important, with 10,000 baby boomers retiring every single day, Social Security was not put on this planet to be the sole lifetime income product for people. It was supposed to be a supplement back in the day, but too many people are just dependent on that solely as their income stream. Some people don't have a choice. But if you're watching this video, you probably are thinking, you know, me and the spouse can put some money together to create another lifetime income stream. But I think it's also important to point out that life expectancy, or life expectancies, if you set it up joint, is the primary pricing mechanism for lifetime income guarantees with annuities. Interest rates play a secondary role, not a primary role. So in essence, in English, in the South, a little easy way to remember it, the older you are, the higher the payments, just like Social Security, right? Same thing with annuities. So remember that. This is a call I get all the time. Is it the right time to put a pension in place? Is it the right time to buy an annuity? Because people are always fixated on low interest rates. And at the time of this wonderful filming of the Stan the Annuity Man YouTube video concerning personal pensions, I mean, interest rates are at perceived low rates. Who knows if they're low? I mean, compared to other countries at this point, they seem to be relatively high. But once again, life expectancy drives the pricing train for income products, lifetime income products. So the question was, can I time it? Is this the right time? Should I wait? Should I buy it next year? Should I buy it 2 years from now? Just remember this. In the annuity world, there's no perfect answers, just a bunch of bad sales pitches. So there's really not a perfect answer, but I will tell you this. I'll give you an example. This guy was wanting to buy an immediate annuity, okay? So his question was, should I buy it now or should I buy it 3 years from now? I don't know. Good question. I mean, you could buy an immediate annuity now, or you could buy a deferred income annuity now and have it start in 3 years. Or you could keep your powder dry and buy an immediate annuity 3 years from now. And I told him, if you're going to wait and try to time that immediate annuity purchase in the future, you have to factor in the payments that you would have missed if you bought the immediate annuity now. No, that's not a sales pitch. That's just reality. Think about it. So if you bought the immediate annuity now, well, that's hard to say. If you bought the immediate annuity now, then you'd have 36 months of payments. Correct? Nod your head. And so if you waited to buy it 3 years from now, what would be the break-even point to get back even from all that waiting? You're not going to beat the annuity companies. I'm just telling you this right now. The reason that life insurance companies have the big buildings is they know when we're going to die and they price things accordingly, and property and casualty companies don't know when the tornadoes are going to hit or when the hurricanes are going to hit, whatever. So you can't time it. There's no arbitrage. There's no sweet spot. You either like the contractual guarantee or you do not. You could also ladder. You could do all kinds of things to not go all in. But the bottom line, as I told this guy who called, is you can't time it. Please don't try. A guy called me the other day and he was talking about another story because I think this is pertinent. A lot of people are getting out of their 401ks because they're retiring. So they're having to transition from the 401k, which is all about growth, to income. And so he wanted to know what's the best way to set up a lifetime income stream. Well, a couple of structuring things that you need to be aware of. If you're setting it up single life versus joint life, so in other words, only guaranteeing for one lifetime income, that payment's going to be higher if you compare to if you set it up joint life, because they're guaranteeing 2 lives. Makes sense? They didn't say it really smoothly, but that makes sense. Nod your head. But as I told the guy, be aware of your spouse. Most of the time, there's a spouse that cares about markets and market growth and all that stuff, and no gender involved. I've seen it both ways. I've seen the wife be the stock picker and the husband not give a rip, and vice versa. But understand there's typically one of the spouses, they could care less about markets. They could care less about CNBC or Fox Business or following things like that. All they want is a lifetime income stream guarantee. So as I told this gentleman, and this is what he ended up doing, I encouraged him to set up that lifetime income stream, joint life with your spouse, because when you die, that income stream continues uninterrupted and unchanged for your spouse for the rest of their life. And I think that's a pretty good gift, using that 401k asset that's been growing all these years that turned into an IRA. So 401k is transferred to an IRA. And then we bought a joint lifetime income stream immediate annuity after running the quotes at stantheannuityman.com, right? And got him the highest contractual guarantee on the street. I have another video you might want to watch over this left-hand shoulder, best pension annuity deals. I go a little deeper into how to quote it, how to structure it, what to look for, some of the good and the bad, etc. So I would go to that video as well. And I would encourage you also to go to theannuityman.com. I know I've said stantheannuityman.com. I don't know all those domains. So theannuityman.com to get the quotes, and we'll walk you through those and send them to you under no cost and obligation. Quote all carriers for you to find the highest contractual guarantee. People always ask me, hey Stan, which is your favorite carrier? Which is your favorite company, insurance company? I don't have one. My favorite one is the one that finishes highest contractual guarantee for your specific situation. That's the favorite, because these are commodity products, and when you're setting up these pension type annuities, you have to look at annuities as commodity products. You're shopping all carriers for the highest contractual guarantee for your specific situation. So remember, you go to theannuityman.com for the quotes. You can also go to theannuityman.com for the books, and we'll ship them to you in this really neat Willy Wonka gold foil mailer. You'll be the talk of your neighborhood, because it's so much fun, and we spent all that money to send it to you in a gold foil. But honestly, I like this. When I saw the gold foil mailer, I'm like, yeah, let's do that. That's cool, because they arrive undamaged, but they arrive in a cool package. So with that, subscribe to my video so you can see all these. We release one every single day, Monday through Friday, as I've said numerous times, until the cows come home, and I see no cows. So with that, we'll see you next time.